do that too. Hey, folks, this is Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast hip hop. Like I say every week, y'all, from the West Coast to the East Coast and everything in between, folks, you are live with Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast, from Eve After Dark to concerts in the park. That's how we do it, folks. And once again, on a Tuesday, my boy, Gemini, and fellow Gemini in the house, Dusty Vision. What's up with you, Doc?
My man, Lonzo. How you feeling today, Playboy?
Man, I'm hanging like a chandelier, just trying to shine. How you feeling today?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm a little down today. My son is officially moved out of the house. You know, it's a bittersweet moment, man. My son went out of he moved out of state to go to college, and you know, I saw him off a couple of days ago, so I'm officially an empty nester, man. So it hit me a little hard, Lonzo.
Where'd he go?
UNLV, so not too far. I could at least, 1 hour plane ride, so that's not too bad.
That's an excuse to hop on the 15. Shit.
Yep, that's nothing. Yeah, so I guess there is a positive, but other than that, man, I'm doing great, man.
Glad to hear it, man. My son is he's looking to go to college. He got one more year in junior college before he wants to go to HBCU. And I was thinking about the same thing, man. You know, you should kick him in the ass in junior college before he wants to go to
Yeah, man. Sorry, that was me on my end. My apologies.
Okay. How's it going, man?
Yeah, man. Well, let's jump into it, man. A lot of stuff to talk about, as always. I don't like to start on a sad note, but we haven't talked about this type of situation in a few weeks. But 10 people were shot at a laundromat in NYC. Video, there's kids around, mothers around. When 4 people opened fire, 2 on foot and 2 on moped scooters. Last week, Alonzo, over 1,000 people were shot and or murdered across America, bringing the total number higher than it's been in almost 2 decades. We're going backwards, my man.
Well, if you ask my boy Unknown, heard some of our conversations, this is the unchastised generation. They don't know how to fight. They don't know what it is to get an ass whooping. They don't know what it is to take an ass whooping. As soon as they get offended, they want to cancel people. This is a cancel culture. They want to cancel you to the utmost by putting a bullet in you some way, form, or fashion. And the cold part about it is, man, they don't have respect for anything. This is a generation that everything is about respect, but they don't want to give no respect. Even the worst gangsters of our time, man, wouldn't do certain things around women, wouldn't do things around kids. Now, everybody's open season, man. If I'm upset, I have the right to impede upon your safety and your child's safety by firing bullets into a crowd. Now, what did 10 people do to those 4 people? I'm trying to understand the numbers. You said 10 people in a laundromat. 4 people got out shooting. So was 4 people looking at one person of the 10 and with a horrible shot and just took chances on shooting everybody in there?
That's exactly what. That's it right there.
Huh?
That's it right there.
Or is it the gang washing their clothes? And was it hood clothes washing day? And they just decided to roll up on them. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Was it hood laundry day? How do you explain that? How do you explain that?
Yeah, real talk, man.
Hood laundry day. Oh, some fools over there washing their clothes, man. Let's roll up on them. On a moped? You trying to get caught?
Yep.
That goes to show you whoever's doing the shooting was broke. I mean, you ride the moped, man. Come on, dude. Come on.
Yeah, and Derek said something D Blue said something that once again makes sense, and we always point out, didn't see that on any news channels. I saw that shit on Vlog TV or something like that on Instagram. I didn't see it on Nan news
I did
channel.
see it on the feed, but it wasn't nothing major. It wasn't nothing major. Nothing that should have been. It should have been something that's been more. People should be more aware of it. But again, man, because the people that got shot, anybody were they black folks?
This was in a minority area, yes.
Were the people shooting black?
They sure, according to the surveillance, we know how niggas shoot. They do the sideways thing, right? Yes, they look like a bunch of niggas, yes. I can't even call them black folk. Those are
black folk. That's a nigga shit right there, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it's funny we can say that and get away with it, but if there was anything, if they was from the LGBTQ, we get canceled for saying any derogatory words. But that's another subject.
Which leads me into our next subject, if you would like to jump into that.
Come on.
DaBaby situation, man. DaBaby has been dropped as of today, Tuesday, 6 p.m. It seems like every hour he's getting dropped from a festival. He's gotten dropped from 7 festival lineups so far for comments that he made at a recent show about gays and AIDS. And now, before you give your opinion, my thing is, they don't care about the lyrics about him killing niggas and shooting and selling drugs and this and that. But when it happens to the clan, and I got love for gay people. Ain't no hating or none, but I wish we would stick together like the goddamn gays do, man.
And that's the part. That's where I'm going. That's where I'm going with this, Doc. You know, one thing about certain communities, they have a unity that will not tolerate bullshit of any type. I don't care who it comes from, okay? Certain communities, I don't care who says what, we ain't going for it. But we got this seesaw back and forth. It's our word. We can do this. We can say this double standard that allows a crack in the armor, and things get swept under the rug. People turn the other head. People turn their head the other way. They justify because, don't hate on them. That's how they make their money. They make their money by promoting genocide. Now, here we are. It's a perfect example of anybody that's paying attention to see the power of consequences. The power of consequences. Okay? When you do something that offends a certain group, whether it be black folks, whatever, they didn't go out and march. They didn't march. They didn't go out there tear nothing. They just, he canceled. He can't make no money. He can't make no money this summer. Money been tight already. Okay? We just got where we can start making money again. Oh, you want a trip? You can't make no money with us. Okay? Anybody mess with you, we may cancel them too. That's in the old school, that was called a boycott, blackball. Okay? When you offend certain groups, and I feel that we need to establish ourselves on the same level as everybody else. So when somebody gets abused by the police, somebody gets killed, whether it be done by a black man or a cop, we come down in the same way. We canceling you permanently. But again, you got to fight between. Oh, I can't say that. I can't even say that on TV. You got to fight with one black group and one N-word group, and that's gonna be the fight right there. They ain't gonna, because people make money off of this. Okay, people make money off of our degradation. Money is made from that. Okay, and there are people that know that that's their job is to keep pumping negativity into the minds of these youngsters, so they can go out and shoot a laundromat up. They can go and shoot a party up. So all of a sudden, next thing people start moving out. Other people start moving in, and then you wonder about gentrification is so prevalent in the black community because we make black folks that don't want to be bothered with that shit move out, and then the people that doing the crime, doing the dumb shit, either they're gonna get shipped off to jail or they probably renting anyway. They're gonna be gone anyway.
Yep.
Meanwhile, somebody come in with some hammers, some nails, some paint, and turn something that was worth $90,000 into $400,000, $500,000, and you can't afford to live there no more.
I was in Charleston about a year or so ago, and one of my good friends was explaining to me about North Charleston and how pretty much anytime you're in a town across America that has North in, the title, that's where all the blacks and minorities were pushed to the side. They were pushed to the north, North Long Beach, North Hampton, all that. Yeah. So, but yeah, gentrification is real because you mentioned that. And I was walking through Inglewood. And dude, I'm walking next to white dudes with lattes and walking their little dogs where just maybe 5-7 years ago, I wouldn't probably even been walking down that street.
Man, me and Unknown was talking about, he said he saw a whole family of joggers. They was not black coming down Western and MLK. Dude, you don't even run down MLK. But now I tell you what, I keep telling people, when certain groups come to the community, the police are going to respond differently and much faster.
In a different way.
They're going to respond much faster in a different attitude. And unlike us, they're going to snitch. Okay? They come into court, they're going to point your ass out. He did it. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
He did it. And they're not going to care about that. And those who try to intimidate them will find themselves being pointed out in court. So You got to understand that follow the, like what I tell you before. Respect the money, man. Follow the money. Respect the money, because when you forget about the money, everything else don't nothing else mean nothing in a capitalistic society. Don't nothing else carry no weight. How you feel don't carry no weight. The reason why I believe, and that we had the same conversation the other day, one of the reasons why other groups have much more power in America, because they still have a connection to their homeland. When you mess with people from China, guess what? The Chinese government got their back. When you mess with Latinos, there's enough Latinos here, they have their back. When you mess with us, we ain't got each other's back. So how the hell Africa can't help us, because China got them under control for the most part. And I know I'm a little bit out of my lane. I know I might get hit up from some of the intellectuals, but when it comes down to it, everybody got a homeland to go to except for us. We kind of stuck. We know we got a homeland, but for the most part, most of our mindset is not connected to the homeland. Therefore, we're not connected economically. So we're no economic threat. If China stops sending stuff to America, Walmart go out of business. Okay? If China stops supporting America, Walmart go out of business. Okay? Simple as that. So these are the kind of things. And if a certain group said, I ain't going to work, a whole lot of stuff stopped getting picked, stopped getting shipped. A whole lot of things changed. If we do it, it's like, like they said, what was that joke about, I think it was Bernie, no, it was Bruce said a joke about kidnapping black kids. Keep him. I ain't got no money for that. It's sad to say, but one thing about being real or being non-bullshit, sometimes that shit stings. People don't like hearing that shit. I know. That's why my channel is bigger than it is. I tell the truth. Truth hurt like a motherfucker. Go ahead.
Yep, that's real talk. Marcus Mitchell wants to chime in on the DaBaby thing. He says, do you think DaBaby would have had a chance if he had apologized right away?
Maybe, but he doubled down on it, and that made it worse. Okay? He didn't apologize till it started really hitting his pockets. I don't know how much money he gets per show, but 7 times anything is a nice piece of change. Huh?
Yeah, it's a lot.
7 times anything is a nice piece of change. Especially if you're talking about shows between now and September, October, that's peak season. After that, the festivals kind of shut down. It's going to be cold. It's going to be cold in most parts of the country after September, October. Ain't nobody going to be outside looking at your ass with no shirt on. That ain't going to happen. Not until next spring. So that means whatever lifestyle that you are living is going to have a serious impact, and you cause it on yourself. But that goes right back. That goes right back to what I said a few weeks ago about artists always want to have some kind of shock value. That shit turned around and bit him in the ass. Everybody's looking for shock value. Everybody trying to say something to go viral. Yeah, you went viral, but you went viral with a real virus that tore your ass up. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, and it sucks that he is, one of the talented ones. He is a talented rapper. I don't know if you've ever listened to his music. I'm a fan of his music. There's Lil Baby and DaBaby. They're both a little bit different, but both good in my opinion. But DaBaby is a really good artist, and it's interesting that they're targeting a good one, because I'm sure that some lesser talented artists have said dumb shit like that at their shows, and they just let it slide. But being that he's the biggest one right now and he is very talented, I think there's something else behind it.
And this goes back to last week's show. You should have learned from Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart said something to that effect a few years back, stopped him from hosting the Emmys, the Grammys, or whatever it was, the Emmys. Kevin Hart made a derogatory comment in regards to the LGBT community. I think about his son. If his son ever came home gay, he would do some things to him. And that was 10. That was like 8-10 years ago before you said it. And when they went back to his Twitter page, no. Okay, so people ain't paying attention, man. There's certain things you cannot touch on, dude, and it's gonna blow your legs off, man. It's landmines here in this world. And sometimes them landmines will blow your legs off and have you sitting in sitting in the doggone rocket chair for the rest of your life.
Yeah, man. And this goes out to the people that don't have a big following like DaBaby. This goes out to the person out there that makes $17 an hour. You know, this could ruin you too. So be careful what you're posting on Facebook. Be careful what you're saying on Instagram. Don't just think you could say anything, because there are people out there watching. There are groups that they're watching, and it will hurt the person making, you know, $16 an hour who can't get a job, because the first time you Google his name, that's what you're going to see, you know, just as much as it hurts DaBaby, who's probably literally lost $1 million in the past week.